Okay, welcome back. Today something special. I wanted to do a no HUD challenge in a modern jet, just to add a little bit fun and to do something different. To do this, I filtered through several planes. First of all, we have to pay attention to the current BR bracket. I didn't want to do this in absolute massive hyper top tier, so 14.3. So we step it down one notch to 13.0. And I filtered through several planes to do this, and not all planes are suitable for it, because some planes are incomplete in their display of, for example, selected weaponry, or you don't know which radar mode you're in. Sometimes, for example, let me show you this one in the test flight. This would be 12.0. That would be top tier today in this bracket. And if you have a look, let me enable dampening first. Let me turn down the volume a little bit. And disable the HUD. So this is how it would look like. And for example, we need different things to work with this. First of all, we need to know what's looking at us. That is a check, because that's your RWR and it's working. Right? It's, yeah. And I think we can't even change this this screen anyway. So, yeah, this is your RWR. This is your radar. Problem, you don't know which radar mode you're in. If I'm changing the radar mode right now, you have to guess where you're, which mode you're in, right? This is not practical for this challenge. And also the HUD is not representing any of these information. So I'm changing the modes. I don't know what I'm in. And also I don't know which weapon I have selected. Normally this is the weapon selector panel. If you can see in the top left there, it says MRAM cell, SRAM cell and gun cell. So this would, I think, indicate in real life what kind of weapon system you have activated. But this isn't represented in the game for some reason. So this is out, right? This is a negative example. And then I thought, okay, let's do a Soviet plane at 13.0, because here all the information is actually represented in the HUD. So this is a positive example. So let's enable dampening, get rid of the HUD. So in the bottom right, there, in the middle of the screen, is the selected weapon. It's the R-73. Changing the weapon, and you are R-27ER1. That's what it says in Russian. R-73, R-27. Okay, cool. So we know what weapon we have selected. That's great. Second, your RWR. There was a patch a couple of months ago which made this RWR actually work. So you know, okay, it's a little 3, so there is a bottom of lights in the, a row of lights in the bottom. It says 3 at the moment, and it says it's coming from like behind, like our 7 o'clock. It also says, when you look at the plane symbology, it's a little H lit up, and that says it's coming from below. And so that means, combined, the 3 is a ground station. So it's a ground radar. It's coming from our left behind, and it's coming from below, which means, obviously, that an AA system is looking at us, which is correct, because they are on the map behind us, like that there. And that's good. Okay, cool. We should reach the map border, by the way, in a couple of seconds, so this will change. Then we need enemy and own information displayed in the HUD. So, for example, I think I need to turn around for this. I don't know if I'm actually in the map border or not, because that's just how it works. So, let's say I want to engage an enemy with... Where am I? This is not helpful. Right, so... Weapon information. Right now we have the R-27ER selected and we are in TWS. How do I know that we are in TWS? No, we are in PD, sorry. How do I know this? Because of the left bottom there. This right there is TWS. And this is PD, I think. That would be correct. Now I just need to find an enemy. Are they even still here, or have they flown off the map? Yeah, this. Just check the information. So, TWS, yeah. So CHN, it says in the bottom left. This is TWS. This is PD. I never use that anyway. The PD head-on. Why would you? And this is TWS HDN. Unfortunately, there is no differentiation in the HUD between TWS HDN and normal TWS. So we should just stay in this mode. Sometimes it's possible that I have to cheat for 1 second because I have changed the radar mode, and it's impossible to know if we are in normal TWS or TWS HDN right now. Or is it impossible actually? Because there was a change in the top left. TWS, yeah, TWS HDN displays NNC in the top left right there, right? You can see that. Okay, so normal TWS, TWS HDN, TWS, TWS HDN. Okay, so then a second thing that was important in real life was that you didn't need an extra radar screen where you had to look down to and then up again and down to and look up again, but the enemy information and everything that's happening on the battlefield was actually displayed in the HUD. Oops, 1 second, missing a button, I think. Yeah. So let's find an enemy. So there's something there, look. I think we are in the right mode. Yes, we are. Just double check. We are in training. It's okay. And it's a very small echo right there. But it also gives you some information. In the bottom left right there, if it didn't notch us, there in the bottom left, there's a little arrow. And it's pointing now to the slightly left and down. That is the enemy direction, so where he's flying at the moment. This works in TWS mode. Right? So this is displayed right in the HUD. You don't need to take your eyes off the HUD for this. This is very handy. And so we also know our own speed, which is displayed in the top left there. It's 1082. And we also know the enemy information in the top right, I think it is. Let me check. Lost it now. There it is again. So this is the enemy speed and altitude, I think. Or just altitude. Okay, let's lock this. So we get an indication of where the enemy is. And then we can fire on it. And the missile goes to the green circle. Blonk. So I think with a little bit of training, you know everything that is relevant from just looking at the HUD, right? You know your course, you know your speed, you know your altitude, you know the enemy's attitude and position. For example, right here, this guy. Let's just air brake for him. I think we might overtake him then. In some planes you know when the air brake is out because there is an announcer telling you. Payload blocks the air brake. Yeah, that explains it. Okay, I have the fuel tank on, that's why the air brake isn't working. Otherwise you would get an announcement for this. What you don't get for some reason... Oh, you no? No, you do. So the that's the elevation of the radar. So it's the right bar right there that is moving up and down when I press the radar button. That is the elevation of the radar. So this is right kind of in the middle, right? Let's verify that. Yes, it is. And the lock box is to the right. Let's put it back to the center, so we should pick him up right now. Okay. So this is... I think what's missing from this, though, is the enemy speed. That's why I was a little bit confused there. So the enemy speed should be displayed in the top left over my own speed. That's how it works in DCS. Okay, so let's now simulate the R-73s. So you still get your head-on, this thing. Like your HMD. And it's kind of reliable. So we know this is an enemy because the radar tells us so. And he's not noticed us. And now we fire on him. Now what's with... so we need a couple of bits of information more. Where's your course? As we already established that. And you need fuel, obviously, because you need to know when to go back to base, right? The fuel is there. So once this has reached the red line, in the bottom right there, once we have reached the red line, I would just go home. And that's, I think, it. This is the rough idea of this. Again, I specifically picked the Russian plane because it's actually working in terms of the HUD, and the other ones are kind of often missing. I think what would also work is like an F-16 or something like that. Or other planes, but yeah. So R-73, R-73 selected, R-27 selected, TWS normal. This should be TWS HDN normal. Let's verify that again. Okay, so TWS, which is our main mode, CHN, not normal mode, which I never use. TWS HDN, it says NNC, and the other mode that I never use. Okay, CHN, memorizing that, just speaking to myself. CHN, normal, NNC, and OB3 PD, CHN, NNC, TWS HDN, and normal TWS. Okay, I think I've done it. So challenge is really to just see if it's even possible to play this like DCS. See you on the battlefield. Right, we are on a Denmark one. See what happens. This normal... Oh, F2A, okay. I don't know if these things get MRAMs or not. It's a fresh game, so it shouldn't end. Unless players leave, obviously. Okay, so there is a radar... yeah, so again, the RWR is missing the radar strength indicator, which... and you just don't know how close an enemy actually is. It could be like across the map, it could be like there, or right in front of you, you don't know. So this is not working. So you don't get ranging information at all. Which is very detrimental to your situational awareness. There is actually something there, look. He's getting closer quickly. He's at 10,000 meters. Locked. And he's gone. There's another one? I'm confused. I'm a little bit confused. So he was there. I could see him. I could see his contrail. But he is now gone, unfortunately. I think this is a base bomber, right? But I think he turned away just as I was looking at him. Very unfortunate. Would have been an easy kill, I think. But he, yeah, he notched it, I think, or went away. Radar is ball-sighted again. This must be slightly elevated because it's over the middle line in the HUD. The airspeed must be indicated, not true. Because 600 on full throttle is not a thing. Let's quickly check that. Yeah, okay. And that's right, yeah. So we are at 10,000 meters now. Are there any objectives to do? Okay, no bots at the moment. I wonder what that was, the high guy. Could see a contrail. Unless, yeah, and then he just disappeared. Okay, there is something. There's a radar indication. There is something, look. Let's lock that. Okay. Is he in range? Yes, he appears to be in range.
Look.
And he is on fire. Why is he on fire? Okay. Great. Ball-sight again. These must be base planes because they're two stacked on top of each other. We can't go much closer to this. Because there's the base AA waits for us there, right? Ball-sighted again. Oh yeah. Oh dear. There's some stuff going on down there. Just need the HUD sometimes to check the kill feed, because otherwise you don't know what happened.
AOA. 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 AOA.
Yeah, AOA.
AOA. AOA.
Right, how high are we? 7,000. I think once you master this, it gets a little bit cooler. I just wish there was a mode where everybody had the same... I sort of saw something down there. Let's check down. There's something at the battle. What is this? Missile or plane? Missile, must be missile. Not cool. Oh, there's something. Look, there is a big was. Dang it. It's gone now. I think I can see him. There. For a second, anyway. Ah, this is so hard. Is it worth it switching the modes? Not really, I think. There was something there, but there's a thing. There's a thing. Look.
Over G. Over G.
What are you? Are you an enemy? Oh dear, yes it is. Okay.
Over G.
So that is a job for the HD,
Lock.
for this thing. I don't know why the radar is completely silent on this one. No idea. There's something behind me, I think. Yeah, radar is completely... I don't know why. Okay, so... Oh dear, there's a furball there, look. So this is an enemy. But so is this, I think. Or is it? No, this must be friendly. I set the thing to just display friendlies, enemies. Oh, this is very confusing. Shit, I've lost the other thing now. What is happening? Okay, there is a thing there. Let's lock that. And it's gone. But he's coming right off the airfield. How close is this? I wonder. Okay. So I think the friendly in the front and I are approaching the same target then.
Roll left.
He's so low, we must do this with an R-73.
Lock. Roll left.
It is in range, it said.
Roll left. Lock. Roll left. Roll left. Lock. Roll left.
He is constantly flaring.
Lock. Over G.
I don't know if the missile can pull that. Ah! Yeah. Did we get him or no? The F-18 got him. Okay. Missile approaching from the right side.
Over G. Over G.
So is this an enemy or not?
Over G. Over G.
He blew up.
Over G. Over G.
It was an enemy. Yeah, I sometimes have to cheat with the kill feed. Otherwise you don't know what's what. Because there's so many different... Same planes on the
Altitude.
on different sides. Right, we have friendly F-18s. Probably, yeah, we do. Friendly F-18s and enemy F-18s. So this is not happening. I have to cheat with the kill feed a little bit. Okay, let's run away for a bit. Fuel is half empty. Haven't done anything yet, but we also haven't died yet. We are establishing our thing. Let's get above the clouds for a little bit. Oh no, there is radar strength right now. But it's the wrong way around. It starts on the left, not on the right. Ugh, Gaijin. So it is the wrong way around. Yeah. We have to go back soon. There's something there. Really high up. Must be friendly, right? No, it's this is an enemy. Okay. So
Lock.
fire, I guess. Oh, that's a massive lead from that missile. Holy shit. Yes! Nice. Was it a severe? Yes, it was. Okay, cool. So we have to land now because of fuel. So we did it! We actually did it! Okay. I'm gonna tell you, this is a lot more challenging when you don't have the hand-holding mechanisms on. This is like the when you have a child and it's learning to drive a bicycle, and this is the helping wheels left and right. But this is like yeah, we actually did it. It was an F20 Premium. Okay. So now let's land without the HUD. Can we do this? So how much fuel does this equate to, this one? 10 minutes. Okay. The one is 10 minutes-ish. So that is easy to remember. Air brake out. Airspeed is displayed in the top left, as we said. Altitude is in the top right. I think in real life, this is much easier if your information that you need is directly displayed in the HUD. That's why I choose the Russian planes. 400 kilometers an hour, it's a bit fast. But I think we can manage. Yeah, braking. Parachute out at sub 300. Yep, there it goes. Air brake back in. And that's it. So yeah, just a little challenge in between things. I like to do weird things. Normally I don't even record this because it's like personal experiments, but I thought this one I might record. Yeah, and see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.